Hi, welcome to my channel.
Sometimes I look around for someone who might understand it. Seen it in their eyes.
If you're new here, welcome. I'm new here too, so say welcome to me. Anyways, it's nice to have you here and thank you for tuning in. I hope you subscribe before you tune out. And as the video suggests, this vlog is about the new apartment tour. I've kind of tried to put everything in place as best as I can. But yeah, we're just going to take the tour and get started. It's been 2 weeks being in my new apartment and it's been cool. It's been nice. It's been a new experience. So yeah, let's get right to it. Did I mention that you should subscribe? Please hit the subscribe button. It is free. Thank you.
I need you in the morning, but I need you now. Yeah, I find why I gave you what you needing. I know what you like. I feel it coming. Diaries are the essence. I try to teach you.
So let's start the tour from the entrance of the apartment and we will flow into the apartment. So basically, this is the entrance. There is nothing fun in the entryway because there is little or no space for anything at the entryway. So I really cannot place like an entryway shoe rack or thing or mirror. So I'm fine with the space. And yeah, like I said, I've only moved in for 2 weeks right now and I wanted the building to help me insert a pull-out bin under my sink, but they said they don't do that anymore because it damages the cabinet. So now I have to get my bin and I've just been too lazy to go out to buy a bin because the ones I've been seeing on Amazon, I don't really like it, and I just want something sleek, like 21 liters thereabout, because I have a whole bunch of bin bags that are 21 liters. So I mean, they can't go to waste. So it's either going to fit under the sink or I have to place it outside. So I need to find the bin that I like. So next up would be the coat closet, which is big. It's big enough. So I mean, that's one fun thing. So let's open that. It's not all neat in here, but I found a way to make it work. I have my coat on one side. I'm not sure if this camera is where. I should probably be behind the camera. So let's try that. So yeah, that's much better. So I have the coat closet. On this side, I have my shoes. I found a way to arrange it in this way. I used an old shoe rack that I had to create a space, or to make it, to give it like a shelf divider vibe, so that I also have some space to place things underneath, and then use these IKEA boxes to store things in a more organized way. I also found this from IKEA as well for my shoes. I just have some shoes also arranged here, as well as a mat from IKEA that typically has a stand, but I just kind of fit it in there for my day-to-day shoes or shoes I just recently wore outside. So that's basically it. And I picked this stool from Winners. Next stuff is the washer and dryer room. We have some laundry going on in there. I also inserted this hook for my broom, which I think is just nice. And the entryway also leads into the kitchen, which has been pretty much organized. And I have this mat, which I love. It's washable, but not in the dryer. I think you can just scrub it if there are stains, but this is a pretty mat, suitable for this space. I think I bought this from Temu. So this leads us to the first thing you see upon entering. I have this plant. It's a fake plant from IKEA, and I just got this stand for it from Winners, I believe, or Marshalls, one of the franchises. I got this. It's quite heavy. I didn't know what I wanted to use it for, but I mean, when I moved in, I just kind of placed it here and it just worked out. I also picked up these bottles from Winners. These are really nice bottles. I have avocado oil in here. I also have olive oil in here. I have this jar that I don't know what I want to use it for yet, but this is just a lazy Susan for my jar of oils. I also picked this up from Winners, I believe, and of course Bath and Body Works. This is the kitchen lemon candle, and it smells very lemony and nice for the kitchen. I cooked beans this morning. Like, I literally woke up and came straight to the kitchen to make beans, and I make a main pot of beans, so I'm looking forward to having that. I also have this spoon rest, which is really nice. I believe that's from Temu, but it is ceramic. It weighs a ton and it is, good quality, and it also matches the vibe of the kitchen. You can barely tell that it's there because it just blends, nicely with the tabletop. This is a flower vase that I repurposed to hold my wooden cutleries or my wooden cooking stuff. I picked up these jars from Fox Home. They actually came separately. Like, these jars are separate from the tray. So I mean, I was literally at the store when I saw the tray, and I'm like, this tray would be very nice for platters, when I have guests, for things. Nice setup, tabletop setup for a party. But while I'm storing it or I'm not using it, it works great as a placement for 3 of these jars. So I was literally just setting it up, painting a picture in my head at the store, and the attendant walked up to me and she was like, oh, that's so cool. Like, really, that's so cool. I never thought to do that. In here I have pasta. I have my granulas for my yogurt as well. I also have my dried cranberries. I love these to sweeten my unsweetened yogurt. And next up is just the sink, very basic. I inserted this sponge holder to kind of hold the sponge or hide it in there so that it doesn't take away from the aesthetics of the kitchen. And I have this brush just hanging nicely there. Should we open cabinets? Yeah, this is my favorite cabinet. I installed, or I just hooked in these wine glass hooks here. They're from IKEA, as well as the mug hooks. I also have the shelf dividers from IKEA, as well as these ones, which I really think just make the space really pretty and organized. And yeah, this is my favorite organization going on here. So pretty. Next would be my foodstuff cabinet. I have the IKEA thing up there for some of my condiment bottles. I also try to organize most of my food stuff in glass jars or canisters, which just make things look organized and pretty. The canisters don't all have to be similar, but it just gives the space more organization. So that's pretty much what's going on here. I have like a few empty canisters as well that I don't yet know what to put in there, but I'll figure it out along the line. I also have this mini pantry organization going on here. I have these 2 baskets from IKEA. I have my first aid box behind. I also picked up those 2 clear plastics from IKEA to kind of just organize things, and that just makes the space look very pretty and organized. The least organized cabinet would be this one. It is organized, but it's just not pretty, So I have this IKEA wing here to just kind of stuff the things that will just be all over the place, because once you have a kitchen, you need a pantry, and I don't have a pantry, so I just pretty much dedicated one shelf for the pantry to just put all my stuff. and yeah, I tried to arrange it as best as I could. That's the best that I could do. I have my favorite nook here, which is my coffee nook. So this is I believe this is the Nespresso virtual machine by Breville. I got the machine is just this top here. But then I got this tray from Amazon to store my pods, and I just placed the machine on it so it looks like one whole setup. I also have this Lazy Susan that I can use for platters as well, but when it's not in use, I use it as my coffee bar, mini coffee nook here where I put my syrups and things that I need to make a nice cup of coffee. I can't wait to try this Ferrari vanilla flavored syrup. Pretty sure it just tastes like vanilla, but I like the packaging. I also poured the French vanilla syrup from the original bottle in here. I picked up these two canisters from Winners. Yeah, I believe they were about $7 each. That's the pizza I had last night. And let's move or flow into the living space, which is also one of my favorite places to chill in the evenings after work when I am out of it. So let's start with these flowers here that I used to create the coffee nook. Then I also use it as a barrier or like a barricade to kind of divide the coffee nook from the living space. So I have this fake plant as well from IKEA, and this light pink vase. I also have this plant as well as this real. These two plants are real. These are aloe vera plants. I don't know what these are, but it just kind of makes, gives it a vibe right there, and then also decorate the living space. I have some fake pampas that I picked up from Temo, which I really dislike, so I just tucked it in that corner. When I'm bored of it, I will toss it out. But yeah, for now, it works right there. I have this lamp. I have the cream one, the cream version of this lamp. So I would rather the cream one in this space, but currently this is the gray one. So I think my brother is going to come and pick this up. When he does, I will switch over and use the cream one. But for now, this works. So I have this little cute basket for my blankets beside the TV. I have my TV stand, which is from IKEA. And then the star of the show, which is this couch. Really pretty. I love the color in this space. I love the vibe it brings to the space. It just makes it warm. Although I'm finding it hard to maintain, so I'm having to spread a bunch of, just spread a bed sheet on it before I sit on it, which is weird. But yeah, I'm just really worried that I'll stain it and I'll just be upset. So right now, I'm still really cautious of it. And so, yeah, I'll let you know in a year how well I've managed it. So let's come to this pretty corner, which is my little cozy nook. What is this doing here? I clearly did not prepare for this tour, but yeah, I live here, so it is what it is. I have my candle warmer right here for my candles. I made this candle myself at this candle store. It's the Candle Artistic, and I kind of gave it this name, What Does JT Love Self-Care? And it smells so good. It's one of my favorite candles that I've burnt ever, and I made it myself, which is insane. Back to the tour. I have this little cozy nook going on here. I got this table from Wayfair. A little plant kettle from IKEA. Vase is from IKEA. This is an original plant and this is a fake plant. So I just kind of put the two together and then, work with what I have going on. Here I got these 3 coffee table books from, where did I get them from? AliExpress. Yeah, so I was testing out ordering from AliExpress to Canada. I just kind of ran into this really cute coffee table box. Typically I didn't want the white and black situation, going on, and then the Paris, the New York and things like that. So I just went for these places: Ibiza, Bondi Beach, Capri Dolce Vita, whatever. And I just think it adds color and some vibe situation to the space. And that takes us to the side. This is a shoe rack that has a mirror and it just kind of opens up the space. I have a purse bowl right there. We're just going to go over there to see what's in my purse bowl. But right now, I just have my blankets and ignore that comb. But yeah, I just have all this cozy stuff going on here. My artwork should be up there, but while it's not yet there, I just kind of placed it here. I'm waiting for the command strips that I will use to hang them up. My friend is bringing those to me this evening, so yeah, I'll stick them up this evening. This is my workspace. Love it. Since I got my monitor, I've been, very eager to sit on this workspace more often, as against before where I'll just be like very reluctant to come and sit down here. So I kind of like the setup, and yeah, it encourages me to do some work. And this is my purse bowl. By purse bowl, I mean the things I switch out from my purse every time I have to change my purse. So I have my hand cream. This one I typically don't take it out because it has a broken cover, but I love the hand cream. Clearly, as you can see, this is from Love Fresh, and the flavor, I believe, is there's a flavor, and I really like the smell of it, but now I can't see what the flavor is, but it's okay. I like it. I got this shoe thingy from IKEA to help me wear my tight shoes. Now back to the purse bowl. I have this tissue that I can just toss in my bag. The Touchland sanitizers, some other random sanitizers, some mints, some cash, some toilet spray, as well as cards that I need or for appointments that I need to make. Nail cutters, band-aids, some coins, purse mirrors for the road. Yeah, so pretty much things that I would typically switch out from one bag to another. I just use this bowl as the intermediary, right? So that I don't misplace anything, or when I don't forget to put things in my bag. This should be what would be at the entryway, but I don't have any corners to fit this whole shoe rack and the purse bowl. So this is the shoe rack. For some reason that is not organized, so let's try the other one. Yeah, so that's pretty much it in the living space. Let's see how the bathroom is looking, and we can do a tour of that as well. Okay, so we are good to go. This is the bathroom, and it's pretty bigger than where I was before. Typically my robe goes there, but it's in the dryer. I just hung the belt there. And yeah, anyone who sits in my bathroom gets to see my artwork, at least for now. That is my work. JT, I painted this. Yeah, it deserves to be hung somewhere, but not in my living room. So yeah, this is the bathroom. Pretty simple, basic. I just picked up this hand wash, which I really love the smell of. This is the sand and fog. I believe I got this from Winners as well. And just a little thingy going on. I just don't want to crowd the sink space, so just hand wash and whatever. And here I have my tissue rack. I think I got that from Amazon, but you would normally stick it to the ground, but the last time I had it stuck to the ground, it was so difficult to pull out, so it just kind of stays on its own, and now it can move around, which is okay. But yeah, I just have these little situation going on here for my body care, skincare, everything body. And under the sink I have some shelves to keep everything organized for my cleaning things, just some extra stuff, my shampoo and things like that, just to get everything organized. And you can just slide this out to pick what you need, as well as the below, and you are good to go. That's just for that shelf though. They don't all slide out, but it's fine. And that's pretty much it. Nothing serious going on here. And that is the bathroom. So let's come to my closet. And I try to get everything organized. I have my bag organizers. You know, things are just organization is the key here. And this is one of my favorite corners where I get to put my shoes on top of this. And this is like a laundry hamper that you can pull out. And it's double. So I use one for dirty clothes. I use one for pending dirty clothes. I also have the storage boxes from IKEA where I get to store things, towels, bed sheets, and mattresses. I also got these door hooks to hang things. I believe this is from Shein or Temu, one of those. And my wig bags. And now to the room, which is not done. Guess I will have to give you an update. And my camera is about to die. When my camera comes back up, I would check in on you guys later. Bye.
You don't need no other body. Then I mean, measure my mind, and I mean.